What I want to do today is explain to you what we say on Facebook ads that makes broke coaching prospects not want to click on the ad. My name is Jason Nyback. Spend about $1 million a year as this recording on Facebook ads to attract coaching and consulting clients. And then we put our learnings and data on videos for you. So let's talk about this. One of the biggest problems coaches have is they run ads and attract broke people, and they don't know why. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. They just keep attracting broke people no matter what they put on the ad or in their targeting. They will, on their ad targeting in the ads manager, they will say, only people who make top 5% income, who are, are super wealthy and all that kind of stuff. And yet they just keep getting broke people and they don't know why. So let's talk about how we fix this, okay? I don't know what you're going to do, but this is how we fix this. So the first thing you got to remember, there's multiple steps here, is number one, everything now from our experience is driven by AI, now artificial intelligence, right? Now, you're all familiar with the user AI, like ChatGPT and all that kind of stuff. Well, there's also the enterprise kind of back-end AI that drives a lot of the internet. It's been around for a long time. Facebook Facebook's kind of got like this iron, brick wall in terms of what they tell people. So we don't really know for sure how long, but it's been quite a while in my experience. So what you got to understand is the AI in Facebook is driving your ads. Okay, now, that's not the most, riveting revelation you've probably ever heard. You probably knew that. But here's where it gets interesting. What we found through consulting and helping hundreds and hundreds or over 1,000 coaching clients is that in an audience on your ad, so let's hypothetically say you're a health coach who coaches women, okay, on how to get healthier. Just a hypothetical, broad market example. And so let's say you run an ad to 2 million women on Facebook. Okay, I don't care what your budget is. I've never seen Facebook actually run the ad to more than about 1.5% of the people in that audience. It's most likely 0.5%. And what that means is that they lock in to a chunk of the audience that they think is going to be the most qualified people. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. You might be like, wow, I'm targeting affluent women, whatever, 45 plus for weight loss, and you found like 2 million of them. Okay, great, good job. Facebook's not going to run your ad to 2 million people. In my experience, I've never seen it, ever. What they're going to do is they're going to lock in on that top one, roughly 0.5% to 1% of a piece of pie of your audience. They're just going to keep running their ads to those people, okay? And that is largely based on how the ad looks and a few other things. And so you got to understand that this is AI driven. So with that said, how do we deal with this? How do we manage that? Well, if that's the situation, you need to direct the artificial intelligence. This isn't complicated, okay? We need to direct the artificial intelligence to the right 1%, okay? Because guess what? Artificial intelligence, it doesn't really think for itself. It takes inputs and then makes an output, okay? And that's the beauty of it. So if you can make the inputs do what you want it to do, the outputs go where you want it to go, okay? So from that perspective, it's actually quite simple. But how do you implement it? Well, the first thing you got to do is you've got to understand how it finds that 1% or that roughly 1%. So the first way it does it is there is a number of ways. So the first thing you got to remember about finding making sure the broke people don't click on your ad is, number one, AI is driving everything, not they're not just going based on what you give them. They will take what you give them and be like, okay, Jason gave me this audience of 2 million people. We're going to go after that audience, 2 million people. They're not going to do that, right? They're going to refine it, okay? It's the first thing they're going to do. The second thing you need to know is how they refine it, okay? This is very important. It's as important as the AI situation. Here's what they're going to do. You can pick an objective, All right. And what we recommend is you pick a conversion objective for like webinar registrations. Now, a lot of people just use Facebook's default, which is called traffic. Now, what does this mean? Here's what this means in simple terms. Let's say you just pick traffic, okay? Just run my ads. Just send me people who have money. It's as simple as that, right? And you do that, and then Facebook runs your ad to people most likely to click on your ad. Now, so the more people who click, Facebook's tallying it up, because remember, they've got all this data on everybody. Some people have been on Facebook since the beginning, so they've got like almost 15 years of data. Facebook's gonna run the ad, run it, and then they're gonna be like, okay, these are the people who are clicking on the ad. Let's get more people like those. The other alternative is you get Facebook to find the people most likely to convert. So the people who register for your webinar, hypothetically, Facebook's going to go back into your audience of 2 million people, going to find more people like those people. Who's going to be better quality? Think about it for a second. You ever heard the term happy clickers? People just click on everything, or it's a lot more qualified to basically get them to register for a webinar, for example. Well, now they're going to put their name, their email, potentially their phone number, right, to register. Well, that is a lot more of a qualified person. So would it not make more sense then to get Facebook to go into your audience to find people who are more like the people who are registering than the people who are clicking? Obviously. So that's what you want to do. Second of all, number one, remember, you got to remember AI is driving this. Number two, it is going to use the data you give it. And there's all multiple options, but that's the biggest one. So when people register, Facebook's going to be like, oh, let's find more people who look like the people who are registering. And that'll allow them to get that 1%, 0.5% or something like that. That's accurate. Okay, so that's the second thing you got to remember. The third thing you got to remember is you need to repel people, not encourage people to click. What do I mean by that? What a lot of people are concerned about with their Facebook ad is getting a very high percentage of them to click on the ad. Why? Well, in theory, Facebook is going to charge you less money with more people who click on your ad because they're going to make more money off you. So higher click percentage of people clicking on your ad, the lower your cost per click. Okay. Is that a good thing? No, not really. It might be, but in a lot of cases it's not. Because again, remember, it's more important, remember the background of this whole thing is the wrong people clicking on your ad means the wrong people registering, means you're telling the AI now to go find more of the wrong people. You see how that works? So it doesn't matter if you're targeting billionaires, okay? I mean, you upload the Forbes top 1,000 list of audiences, you try and find the richest people on the planet, and somehow the wrong people get in there, Facebook's going to find the broke ones, okay? Because if the broke ones are clicking on your ad, Facebook's going to go find more of the broke people. You see how this is working? So what we've got to do in order to make this work is you want to repel the wrong people, okay? It's very important. Your ad, in my experience, that ours is probably about 60 to 70% repelling people and about 30-40% attracting people, okay? So your job needs to be to repel them. What does that mean? Well, what that means is you need to use proper language in your ad that gets the wrong people to not want to click, right? You see lots of ads on Facebook all the time and you're like, nah, not interested. You just keep scrolling, right? And why? It wasn't attractive to you. It's not something you were interested in. So what you want to do then is you want to make sure that the people are repelling. So how do we do this? You're going to include language in the ad that talks about things that maybe they wouldn't be interested in. So for example, for this weight loss example that we're using, let's hypothetically say you're trying to target people who want to lose 50 pounds, or let's say 30 pounds or more, okay? So what are you going to do? In the ad, you're going to be specific, and it's going to be like, you know, you're going to use wordings about how this is only for people who lose 50 or 30 to 50 pounds. If you're looking to lose any less than that, this probably isn't going to work for you, that kind of thing, okay? And you want to include messaging in your ad that makes it obvious that if you're not this person, it's not going to work for you. So, for example, say your ad's targeting people who want to make, or entrepreneurs making 100,000 plus a year. You're going to put words in there like, look, if you're just starting out, this won't work for you, and stuff like that. And then what that's going to do is it's going to get people to basically go, oh, I'm not interested in clicking on that. That's not for me. And that's what we try and do. So we try and stack all these things, and there's more, but for the sake of the time on this video, that's what you need to do. So you're going to remember AI is driving everything, right? That's the absolute most important thing. Second thing is you want to get people based on conversions, not on clicks. And the third thing you got to do is you make sure that you have wording that is going to actually get those wrong people to just not click at all. And then what we found is doing these things really helps to get the right people, repel the wrong people. All right, so here's what I want to do before we finish off. I want you to like this video so it goes out to more people, and then hit subscribe. The subscribe button on here somewhere. Make sure you subscribe so we can get you more of these videos when we're constantly putting out more videos. And then what I want you to do is, again, when you write your next ad, don't focus so much on how to get all these people to click it. Focus more on how do I create an ad that makes the wrong people not want to click it. And then think through who are the wrong people that would click it and waste your time, waste your money, not work with you, and then get that into that ad. And I've found over the years this has been way better than just focusing all my time on just creating this amazing ad that makes everybody want to click. All right? Take care. See you in the next video.